From hotspots and hidden gems to lots of local flavor, it's your guide to LA the unscripted way. And tonight, we have got something great to whine about. It's called one of the best kept secret destinations in Orange County, California, but lucky you, we've got your unscripted invite. Hello everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and tonight we're revealing Newport Beach Vineyards and Winery. So let's get to touring, tasting, and of course, drinking.
So I discovered this property on the market in 1998 and bought it. It's 3.5 acres. People didn't think I could grow vines in Newport, and I started doing more and more research and found out that actually the city of Anaheim was founded by the Los Angeles Wine Society. One time they were going to call it Grape County instead of Orange County.
I'm here with Kayla Moriarty, and you're the co-owner here of the Newport Vineyards and Winery.
Right.
And we're gonna actually do a tasting today, right?
We are.
Okay, tell me about these wines.
This is our estate wine here.
You make it on the property.
We grow the grapes here. We make the wine right here. Richard's the winemaker. You want to have a taste?
Let's drink. It's wine o'clock, and why not? Really, Kayla. So when people come, is this kind of similar to what they do? They get to taste the wine?
This is the exact setup that we would have.
Okay.
The bar set up the same way. And this is for a tasting. We always have 4 wines, 2 reds and 2 whites.
Amazing. And do the goats come?
The goats come.
Yay, the goats come!
Come on, Evie.
I thought that was Evie.
This Winnie.
LA Unscripted, it's on 24/7 in our house, and so we watch all the crazy things you guys have done. So we have a goat brunch that people will go to. We thought this was very appropriate for what you do.
Fruity Pebbles, Cheez-Its, granola, goldfish. I mean, they like the same snacks I do, minus the paper.
We're #1 on Yelp for bridal showers. A tour and tasting is our most popular event where you taste some wines and take a tour of the gardens.
This comes with the tasting?
This comes, with our tasting. We do other events in here as well.
We ended up building a wine cave. This was all done in 1998. The cave is basically for passive barrel storage, but has become quite an event spot.
Oh my God, this is insane. So what is this?
What we would call this the man cave, I think. So the girls like the goats in the wine cave. This is more for the boys. The city has deemed us to be open by appointment only, but you can make an appointment for 2 people or 200.
Oh wow, this says ring for rosé. Okay, that's interesting. Ah! Oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, this place is perfect for a fun event, like say your 30th birthday, kind of like I just had, or as SoCal girls like to call it, the Dirty 30. And it's a big one, especially if you're Krista Allen. Now you may remember her as the 13-year-old in 13 going on 30, but these days she's a TikTok star. Double fisting.
I started TikTok actively in March of 2020, right as the pandemic was like kicking off into full swing. It was a chance for me to really be creative and fun.
I want to end me.
I think my most viral video of all time was the one in which I recreated some scenes from 13 going on 30. They loved it. It reached like 20 million views and it was just wild. My favorite thing about TikTok is how it really feels like a community. And TikTok is where we all come to just be human. And it feels like one big inside joke between millions of people because we're all laughing at the same stuff.
I've been wanting to make the perfect cup of coffee at home, so I called over a friend to show me how.
TikTok has changed my life in pretty much every way, from meeting new and interesting people to creating all sorts of business opportunities. TikTok is now where all the eyeballs are, so there's the opportunity to sell ad space there as well. You know, the reality is I spend 24 hours a day thinking about TikTok. When I'm not actively creating, I'm thinking of things in TikTok terms.
Part of me
wants to be her, but then part of me wants to be her.
I think the best thing you can do as a creator is to just really listen to your audience, because they will tell you what they want to see more of, and you just give them what they want to see.
Hey, let's toast to Krista. I mean, I'm just really making excuses now because the wine here is amazing. Now, just so you know, I'm not just a wine drinker. I know that's shocking. I'm also a wine maker. Hello, thanks to this Dana Dare with Megan Tellis.
So Dana, here's another dare.
Okay.
How about you make your own wine?
How about I drink my own wine?
How about you drink your own wine? How about we drink your own wine? Yeah, I love that. No. Are you more of a red or a white
I'm
girl?
anything wet drinker.
Okay.
We've got Michael and Magdalena, and we're gonna go through how to blend our own wine, right? How did you guys get started with this idea?
We went on a trip to Argentina where we actually did a blending experience there. We kind of came back and said, how does this not exist in LA? We basically created blending as the main concept for our winery. So not only do we produce blends, but we invite customers to come in to our blending classes to learn a little bit about wine, figure out what they like about wine, and then blend their own wine to go.
And then we actually created a reference booklet to actually guide people through exactly what you would have experienced in class, but on your own.
Have the booklet here, and what I noticed is that it says red wine blending. So Dana, is this all red wine is the question?
Yeah, are we doing just red wine?
You know, when you come into the class, you kind of learn about each of the individual wines and then start blending to your own flavor profile. You can kind of figure out that even if you're not constantly a red wine drinker, you'll find something that you like.
First thing to do is to make sure that the 3 beakers that came in the kit have wine in them. I challenge you to blend wines 2 and 3 first, and then we'll get.
Okay.
A double Dana
A double dog Dana Dare.
What I want you to do is, this is a 50 milliliter graduated cylinder, so I'd like to go a little bit heavier on 2 versus 3.
Okay.
So fill 30 milliliters of number 2, the Cabernet, and then top it off up to the 50 with 20 milliliters of 3.
Wow, that is
was
actually
good.
so much better. They like evened each other out and kind of complemented each other.
Now, when we get really serious about wine blending, sometimes we really only want to add small fractions of a % of a wine.
Okay.
So maybe dip this into wine number 1, try to extract.
I actually like it more. It added one more like dimension. What would you pair this with, by the way? If this was a wine, what would you pair this with?
I mean, honestly, the first thing that comes to mind is pizza.
We're gonna be like hammered and having the best wine ever and drinking pizza.
Drinking pizza.
Okay, so my producer just took my wine away because we're only in the A block and we still have a whole show to do. So we'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna eat some food now. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from the Newport Beach Vineyards and Winery. And check out this man-made wine cave. It is so cool, you guys. And you can actually host a party in here for 60 of your closest friends.
We've had as many as 60 people sit down for a dinner in here, which is pretty spectacular. We're gonna put a whole table in there. The wine cave is basically 1,000 square feet, 85 feet deep. The doors are made out of reclaimed mahogany from Philippine pallets. They weigh about 2,000 pounds a piece.
You know, I would definitely be that one person that ends up locked in the cave all alone. But you would have wine. Scary, yes, but nothing compared to what Olivia in LA is up to.
Hang gliding is a gravity-driven aircraft. We just find a large hill and you run off of it, and just by the fact of you slowly falling through the air, that drives you through the sky. Now, This is not just for tourists. You can actually see all of San Fernando Valley. You can see downtown LA. And if we get really up high, you can see clear across the water to Catalina Island. So it is the perfect place to experience your own hometown from a whole new perspective. So this will be what's supporting you, and it's actually what will pull you into laying down position like Superman. Wind Sports is one of the oldest and largest hang gliding schools, especially in Southern California. We've been teaching and flying here for over 40 years. And it's where you can really achieve your dreams of flight.
So we can't use the F word, fall.
Yeah, we're not falling, we're not skydiving, we're not a rock, we're a bird, we fly.
We're using the other F word.
Yeah, flying.
There you go.
I started hang gliding here back in 1982 with my good friend Joey, was my best friend in high school. And for my very first flight, I was just hooked. And what made it so appealing to me is when I sleep at night, I can fly in my dreams. The sensation of flying a hang glider is just about the same as the way I fly in my dream.
People do come here for adrenaline, but it is actually often a very relaxing or even therapeutic experience. We actually do a date experience and even proposals. Yeah, we do offer a couples package where you fly near sunset, so you have beautiful light on the hills, and it's very romantic. And if you want to upgrade and do a proposal, we'll actually write in a landing zone, "Will you marry me?" with their name in giant letters.
Some people might be watching this and they'll think, you know, it sounds amazing, but I am terrified of flying.
We like to say it's as safe as the pilot who's flying it. So you can make anything dangerous or anything safe basically by how you approach it. And our hang gliders actually thoroughly stress tested by the manufacturers associations. And then if you just go through the proper training and make good decisions, it's as safe as any sport.
Congrats, you're an official student pilot.
Yes, I have the official paperwork, no big deal. Cameras are rolling, I'm geared up, and we're about to take flight.
Walk, jog, and we're flying.
It's hard to leave a day of flying and not have a huge smile plastered on your face. And you just leave all your worries behind on the ground.
That was the greatest thing ever. I'm obsessed. Thank you so much.
Just like that.
We did it!
Olivia, you've earned your bravery badge. Me, I've earned this coat of 1,000 quarts. All right, coming up, I break in our new San Diego sister show, Localist SD, literally, and we end the night with a few brews. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from the Newport Beach Vineyards and Winery, and I want you to meet the kids. Yep, the goats. Oh my God, Winnie and Evie, these are their beautiful fur babies, and they're just another part of the magic here. And they even have their own brunch you can attend on Sundays. I mean, I hear it's a real kick, a head-butting good time.
Here we have the Pinot Noir.
So when people come, is this kind of similar to what they do? They get to taste the wine?
This is the exact setup that we would have.
Okay.
The bar's set up the same way. We always have 4 wines, 2 reds, and 2 whites.
And do the goats come?
The goats come.
Yay, the goats come!
They make an appearance.
Now I'm about to show you how I helped our new sister show, The Localist SD, kick, smash, and break their way onto the airwaves, literally, kind of like these guys. Check out our total rager at the break room. Guys, it's actually totally legal. Look at this. How long did it take you to get here this morning?
I think a hair under 3 hours.
Oh my God, on a weekday morning driving from San Diego to LA, you must be exhausted and frustrated and stressed.
Totally. I mean, you hit the nail on the head.
Okay, well, I have the perfect way for you to get all of that out. You're gonna break this.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I know, but you can't feel bad. That's a rookie mistake. I am the pro, I will guide you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Ready.
Go!
Break Room LA is a cool interactive spot here in Van Nuys, California. So we have stuff from a shot glass up to a car. So whatever you think, you can break here. We have all different activities ranging from rage rooms to axe throwings to paint splatter. And you basically go in a room and there's no rules and you can splatter paint everywhere. Axe throwing is like a cooler version of darts. They're almost set up as bowling lanes, and instead of a dart, you're throwing a hatchet at the wood and there's a target on it. I think definitely some people have some pent up stuff that they want to just release and let out, and here's the perfect place for it.
Okay, so we're gonna get dressed because when you do, glass gets everywhere. It's everywhere. So tell me about Localist.
The Localist SD is about living like a tourist in San Diego. So think tourist, but localist. So we're hoping to find some fun stuff for you to do the next time you're in town.
You ready?
Yep, ready. LA Unscripted, Localist SD, let's go!
Woo! So what have been some of the favorite stories that you've done in San Diego?
I would have to say the tacos and beer scavenger hunt. You drive along the coast looking for tacos and beer.
Oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. It's so funny, I feel like talking to you that you are like my soul sister on another show.
Oh my gosh, twinsies?
That's exactly right. And people are even saying we look exactly alike from the back. Look.
Out of all the cool stories you've done, we've seen so many of your segments. Why'd you want to bring me here? Why is this your favorite?
Good question. Okay, so this is actually one of the very first stories we did for LA Unscripted. We got so much good feedback on it, but it's also so visual and so stress relieving. You're gonna leave here exhausted.
So the cars, they're going to a junkyard anyway, so I call it a cool step along the way. Some people are a little scared at first to start, but then once they do, they usually just let out and have a blast. It's so great to have LA Unscripted back here, and then for them to bring up their friends Localist SD here to experience Break Room.
And after a day like that, we all need a drink. Am I right? This show is all about hidden gems, and I just found one. It's right off of Sawtell Boulevard in West LA. You're gonna love this. Come with me. All right, clue number one.
Hey Dana, how's it going?
How are you?
To the coaching room.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is it. Oh my God, in a can. I love it.
And now we drink.
And now we drink.
Sawtell sake is handcrafted, locally sourced, and sustainably produced. Our whole goal is to mainstream sake. The can is 200 milliliters, very hand-friendly, very transportable. You can take it to the beach, take it to the barbecue.
It's honestly so good. You know what, it's almost like the sake version of like a Pinot Grigio or like a Chardonnay, because it's so like summery and light and airy.
When we were starting this, we asked people if they know what sake is. We would then ask people, do you like sake? And then we would actually ask them what their favorite brand of sake was. You know, like 5 to 10% of people would be able to name one brand. So we just thought, here you have this beverage category that people know, that people like, but that just, you know, has been mismarketed, is kind of misunderstood.
This is all from 4 ingredients.
Rice, water, yeast, and koji. This is our private tasting room. A lot of what we do actually here is sample people on different types of ways to have sake. So we think sake is actually a really great mixer in cocktails. It actually pairs with a lot of food that you normally wouldn't expect. You know, most people have only had sake with sushi.
This is almost like a vodka soda with lime. But now you could start ordering a sake soda with lime.
This is our sake passion fruit margarita.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable. This is sweet and salty and spicy all in one. So how much is this alcohol per
16%.
Alcohol per volume, is that right? 16%'s a lot.
They're tiny but mighty. So that little can is actually the equivalent of like two White Claws, essentially.
No wonder.
My whole approach to making sake is very traditional. So our branding and everything, the way that we present ourselves is very American, but the way that I brew is very traditional. Just because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of Japanese brewers perfecting this art, and it's a very cumbersome thing to do.
So you started making it in your closet?
Yeah, I got interested in rice fermentation and slowly just complicated the process until I got to basically making sake out of my house.
The choice of the name is really just to represent the Sawtell neighborhood. So Troy has lived here for about 15 years. You know, this is his home.
Sawtell was one of the only places that early Japanese immigrants could settle in Los Angeles, and they congregated here. And during the war, most of them were interned and lost all of their property and assets and basically had to start from nothing. But those same immigrants, a lot of them came back and resettled the area and turned Sawtell into the wonderful community that it is today. And it's one of 4 designated Japan towns in the US. I'm super proud of that.
This is where we really felt like, you know, if we can start a sake wave, that this was a great neighborhood to do it in.
That's exactly why we have the tasting room open, is to show people how amazing rice fermentation can be. Rice is a totally underutilized grain. People are used to drinking fermented grapes and beers and all kinds of fermented things, but rice is such a beautiful, beautiful expression.
Thank you so much to the Newport Beach Vineyards and Winery for hosting us. We had so much fun. And if you guys would like to come out for a tasting, check out Wine Wednesday, starting at $60 a person. You get 4 tasting, desserts, and you get to meet these guys. Come here. Hey, look, I've got chips. There you go. It's not all bad. Ha ha, I think that's for sheep, but you get the point. We'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.